You can kind of see where they're coming from on the side of Subsidiary, what they kind of want to achieve with this team comp.
Yeah, exactly that. We're gonna have to wait. Don't worry, the timer's not going down, but the timer is technically going down for another 3 minutes just as we prepare ourselves already.
So we'll pray for Cappuccino here. Royal taking a lot of damage as well. Knock up onto the... Okay, it's Terrified coming through onto Jin Zhao. Pox the ultimate, but it's not going to be enough. Cappuccino coming through with that last hit, but Shadow and Kira's Kid comes through from the mid lane, pick up the Jin Zhao, and then we see the Varus actually drop as well. Close the gap of the gold, because it was actually going towards that 500, 600 region, the gold difference there. But that's going to be waiting. Xian gets into the thick of it. Jin Zhao does fall, so it's currently a 3-1 trade for Turkey here. So a big clapback.
Early little bit of gold damage since the Dragons don't really scale that much anymore. But what team will be able to secure it? The Eye does get hit, and the Herald is going to be going backwards and forwards, but set with the engage and the Kali on the flank. And this is exactly what I was talking about with the Varus completely exposed on the back line. All 4 members of 3BL just go straight onto the Varus, and it's a clean team fight here for Mina and 3BL. The Bambi actually stole away the Rift Herald in the end, but I don't think that's going to do too much. Momentum is in the hands here of Mina.
Yeah, they got a fantastic rotation going around there on the side of next gen. So starting the Drake here, but fair play to Subsidiary. They did manage to pick up the Rift Herald, but like you said, it was pretty much a non-starter. They managed to get a few turret platings, but we're seeing some damage control come through here on the side of Subsidiary. They managed to pick up the Kaiser. Within that one, they pick out the Jax as well, and down goes Hecarim onto the Hecarim. Snipe missing out any fatal champions there from Varus in the mid lane, but speaking of fatal, that damage from a Kali, onto the Gwen almost was a good night. Bye-bye. Could be coming through as well as the second item. Obviously, those basic attack items are going to come through and help the Gwen in these 1v1s, especially.
Yeah, they need to try and take this down. It is a 2-for-1 trade at the moment. Oh my god, the burst damage from the Xin Zhao in the end. The Kaiser didn't even know what to do. The Kaiser couldn't even move. Couldn't use exhaust, couldn't use flash, couldn't even use the ultimate. The damage was just too much.
Catching the Mountain Drake as well, but obviously it's not going to end in a final soul, unfortunately, for either of these teams. But Nakamura is going to be on a 2v1 here, running down the Jax. Is that shield going to be enough to take down the Kaiser? It is double kill picked up for Nakamura there. So going from a non-starter now to 2-2. She started from the bottom, now she is here. Gwen is now...
Oh my god, what an incredible play there from the Gwen. 2 versus 1 against the Jax and the Akali. But a bit of an overstep here for Bambi, and Bambi is unfortunately going to be taken down, but the Baron buff has been secured. So normally in that situation, you expect the Gwen to go down, but you kind of say to, you know, you're the Gwen in that situation. You're like, yeah, I'll die for this. This is fine. My team still gets Baron. I still get Baron when I spawn. But it turns into a perfect scenario here.
Collector, this guy's just having fun with procting the Collector at low health. Champions set running into the bush, not quite checking it there. But Kaiser is
Hecarim going?
So is Hecarim maybe getting caught out, but that burst damage from Jin Zhao is just nuts. And I don't think the Hecarim is going to stay alive, and Nakamura picking up another kill onto the set as well. I think this is the curtain call here for the MENA team, because Turkey are just dominating. But Shadow's not going down without a fight. He still managed to pick off the Jin Zhao. That's the only trade-off for having a lot of damage on the Jin Zhao, is just the lack of defense.
My god, the burst damage. I mean, Xin Zhao's just gone for Collector this game. He doesn't give a damn. He's going straight for Collector. He just wants more and more damage this game. The Jax is going to go down as well. All 3 inhibitor... Oh, no, not just yet. Nearly all 3 inhibitor towers went down there.
MENA have to bounce back from this game 1? I don't think so.
Oh my god, the damage is so disgusting. The bot side, the Gwen actually dies this time around, but it's still a 2-for-1 trade though. The Hecarim is trying to escape, but the lockdown is just too much in the end. They are blinking health bars at the moment for Team Turkey, and actually a bit of an overstep there for Bambi means that his Injal goes down. But look, this Varus is he's just jumping in. He's just jumping in every single time and getting kill after kill after kill. I wonder if he can get any more here as well. The Sterex Gauge gets popped, gets a bit of shielding, but I don't think he's going to be able to escape. Can he jump maybe to the honey fruit and escape the honey fruit? Maybe he can. The taunt actually misses in the end, but he's just surviving for so damn long. What is going on? Finally, the Jax gets taken down.
Sitting at the one turret. Against 8, but again another oh no, not just yet. Set does go down, the grit save him, but the levitable does come through onto the Set. But I think this is going to be the playmaking end here for Subsidiary to take down the Nexus in game 1. Hecarim just trying his best just to keep them away, tried to terrify them. Shadows went back for a little bit of help onto the Kali, but the minions are rocking through, especially those empowered minions as well. We have the super minions coming through at the Nexus. 4 of the Subsidiary team take down the Nexus as well.
GG's in the end. Really good performance here for Team Turkey, for Subsidiary, being able to come out on top in this game. Bit of a shaky early game. I think it was a bit back and forth. You know, there were some kills traded, there were some objectives being traded, but overall, bot lane was just so far behind. Look at 6,000 as well, but not being picked up. Just the Ornn and the Jinx combo in the end, and the last pick here going to be Ari in the mid lane. So overall, team comps have now been rounded out. We can see here Renekton against Camille, Vi against Lee Sin.
Automatically, the supports go up into that Baron lane there, but Renekton lands onto the Jinx there. Plenty of CC onto the Jinx, and then Bambi coming in with a clean interception there from Lee Sin. That was beautifully done, but he's got to be careful. Vi, Syndra are very close by as well. We got Nakamura with the rotate as well. Is this going to come through with a charm onto the Ornn as well? So a second pickup for Subsidiary already, a third pickup for Subsidiary already, and Bambi's just having fun with Syndra. Her balls are not carrying weight to the Lee Sin just yet.
Oh, this is just domination, isn't it, from Turkey? The hook lands 4-0 already.
Where it's not Renekton going against the Jinx up there. We have now Xayah has joined the party, so no more diving in. Single CC from the Renekton. But speaking of diving in, a little bit of an overstep there by Ornn, and he gets taken down by the Nautilus. Unfortunately, once again, for next gen, they are not having next gen fun. It is pretty much a onslaught. 3 minutes in, 5 kills up, and they're having their way with this top lane turrets. Vi getting pulled all the way because of Bambi there, and back in re-engage. A little bit of a 1-1 trade there for Syndra, no, for Camille, sorry. There's that all knock up, getting double knock up onto the Renekton, onto the Lee Sin. Lee Sin just waiting for that golden moment, but is it ever going to come? The Renekton is going to fall. He tries to take down the Camille. He manages to pick up the kill on the Camille, but can Syndra's balls be enough this second time? It is, and they do get a takedown.
Early on, the first objectives haven't even spawned, but we are already looking at a 4,000 gold lead right now for Turkey, and you can see here the chain CC here onto the Nautilus, but it's not going to be enough in the end. The flash in the end just for the auto attack with the Nautilus. You catch the Vi out, and hey, he's not done yet. Bambi dives underneath the tower as well, gets another kill, but the Camille with the flank is going to clean up one. The tower dives coming in. Can he clean up more? The ultimate comes in onto the Ahri, but can you get even enough damage? You cannot. And Team Turkey just now from Turkey. Game 1 was a little bit shaky, but maybe they just needed that little bit of a warm-up, because this game is not looking close at all.
No, definitely not looking close, especially with that turret in the mid lane going down to Shelly, and then we're seeing a little bit of a backline fight here. The dredge line comes through from the Nautilus onto the turret. Shelly does drop another hit onto that second tier turret as well.
Also huge. Bambi does need to be a little bit careful, though. He's definitely playing with fire right now, trying to survive here against the Camille. The Camille actually diving back in the end, and oh no, Bambi's gone too far. That was a little bit too much there from Bambi. A little bit too overextended here, and the Ahri might be in a little bit of trouble as well. They need to be careful here of not making mistakes, but they have backup anyway. The Ahri knew that she had backup this whole time, and the Xayah is able to do enough damage in the end, and they're going for even more in the top lane as well. The damage from the Renekton, and that's a kill onto the Jinx. Okay, we have the Jinx's first kill. We still got a long way to go here.
The 4-2 as well is kind of showing that Syndra is going to be the playmaker and the kill obtainer, but they found that kill obtainer. We see that Nautilus picks up the Syndra, and as well, the double kill for the support player. Come on.
I feel like it's an absolute slaughter at this point. The flash comes in from the Lee Sin, the Camille, like, look at them. They're just diving underneath tier 2 towers now. They do not give a damn at all. They're going to do enough damage to take down another kill here, but they're on the wrong side of the map now. The Xayah does need to be a bit careful. Uses the ultimate a little bit too early as well, maybe predicting the Vi would ulti, and that does mean that the Xayah does go down. Maybe the Jinx can get another kill here as well. No, it actually goes over to the Ornn instead. But they do get a tier 2 tower in this bot side with the Ahri. With that dragon coming up as well, this could be an opportunity. Mistakes after mistakes at the moment. That's another flash down for the Ornn in the end. You can see how much damage the Syndra is doing, and you can see that Zine is trying to target the Syndra, but maybe he's gone a little bit too far. The Xayah in the backline as well gets hit with the Hextech ultimatum, but she still has the feathers to fall back on, and that's exactly what she did. She's trying to do enough damage for the Camille. She does enough damage for the Camille in the end, but everyone else is still alive. The charm to the Jinx in the end. The Xayah is doing damage to flash in as well, but the knock-up is there for the Ornn. And as I mentioned, Shadow is the shining light here for 3BL. Can Shadow win this 1v1? I mean, meanwhile, while this is all happening, Bland Renekton's in the bot lane.
Nakaruru is just there being like the shadow puppet, and then we got Radiance. 3BL are going for is the item calling, obviously on Syndra, and then the same issue goes for Jinx as well. But it's also maintaining the fact that they don't get wiped out, just like Nakaruru Muru, sorry, does just there in the blue side jungle. But Camille may be faltering here on a 2v1. The only person that can really do damage here onto the Camille is that Renekton, and Renekton is just trying to catch the Camille, manages to do that with the help of Nautilus as well. Could we see a kill, a jungle steal here, sorry, from the Lee Sin? But there's so much knock-up, there's so much disruption to be had. The kick comes through onto Ornn, and then Xayah is now cleaning up as well. These low-health champions on the side of 3BL. Flash over the wall with Nautilus and the Lee Sin as well. Dredgeline comes through. It looks like Renekton may be finishing off here, because the next death timer up is the Camille in 10 seconds. Ornn coming around to try and stop, but the Nexus still has the shield.
Still has the shield. It is before 16 minutes, so that does mean the shield is going to be coming down. But that was a 2 versus 4 Blam in that Baron fight. It was Bambi and Cappuccino against the world, and they were able to come out on top. But maybe, just maybe, they've gone a bit too far here with the Camille Hextech ultimatum. But the feathers again for Cappuccino is enough to lock.
He's overstepped aggressively one too many times, and has definitely met his maker more times than he should have. But the Dredgeline comes through there. Vi tries to escape with the Vault Breaker as well. State is coming through onto the Ahri to keep her still there, so she can still burst down some of these low health champions coming through. That is a 2-1 trade for the side of Subsidiary, and they are they
going to try and flip this?
I mean, if they can flip it, it's going to be for that Elder Drake. If they don't get the Elder Dragon, it's going to be pretty much game over, because it's not like Subs really need it, but yeah, it is all caught in here. Syndra doing loads of damage back in the queue there for Vi onto the Lee Sin to try and stop him, taking down the Syndra. Syndra is still alive as well, alive and kicking. Can Renekton finish her off? No, the status comes through as well. Xayah manages to pick off the Ornn. It's currently a 3-2 trade. 3-3 trade has now been equalized here. Shadow is still alive, and down comes the Jinx ult straight onto Lee Sin, so there is no smite on either of these teams. But look at that troublesome red minion wave at the Nexus as well.
Change happening in mid lane here, and there's the engage that goes in.
The engage definitely goes in there. We saw that 3BL have managed to close that gold deficit ever so slightly now. It was well away from them, but it's now just a mere stretch away. But it's that late game. So again, it's probably not going to be the be-all, end-all here if they do manage to people close it here. We see that Renekton's already gone down. Nautilus soaking so much.
To win this game, they had such a big gold lead. It was near enough 10,000 gold. But they just kept on going in. They kept on making mistake after mistake after mistake and was allowing Turkey to scale up. But there still could be one more team fight left. The Zenit is going to be a little bit caught out here at the moment. But look at the flank from the Ahri. This could be huge. What are you doing? What is going on? The Ahri's going to clean up the fight. They could just end the game now.
Oh!
What is Camille doing? The Camille stays on the Baron. And I don't even know why. What was the Camille doing? The jungler wasn't even nearby. No one was even close.
Oh, that's punishable by death there. That is pretty much going to be the curtain call there for 3BL Mina, because that Ahri just popped off in that final moment, paying back Syndra for all those bullying moments, and the Camille as well. And down goes the Nexus, and it is a 2-0 against you. It's been an easy 2-0 both games, but that last game between MENA and Turkey was definitely the closest we've had all evening.
Well, that was... What a game. What a game that was. It was so back and forth. There were times where Turkey was so